Hi everyone, welcome back to Homegrown Passion. In today's video I'm going to show you harvesting for a CSA program that we work with. Doug's going to go over the Dosatron system out here in the high tunnel, and I'm going to give you an update on everything that's growing in here in the high tunnel, so hope you guys stay tuned. So I'm going to show you some updates on the strawberry plants here. I've been taking pictures of them as the weeks progress to show you how well they're doing. So you can see here, nice beautiful flowers, getting some berries on them, very exciting.
So Katie asked me if I could just help her real quick, and this is really easy to do. You just put these pads up, they lay in this channel down here, and they just sit in, and then this metal panel on the top, just so they're higher than the metal panel, and they just fit like that. The only thing different I'm going to do with this is I'm going to I've got some green metal that I'm going to put up, and I'm going to make this a little bit taller this way, because sometimes we get the water spraying out this way and it gets this concrete down here all wet, which I don't like. I think it just puts too much moisture in the greenhouse, so I want to channel this up to kind of block some of that water off, and I'm going to make that after we get this up. So
Well, I thought to show you guys what I've been doing this morning. Got up early to get in here because I like to harvest in the morning and everything's hydrated. I have this beautiful Carlton I've been harvesting for the past couple hours. It's going to my CSA program. It's in the bok choy family. It has a really nice earthy flavor. It's good for stir fries, and I love it in salads. So you can see here's where I've harvested off of some of my channels. Got my bin where I count up my bags. I got my box open, and I got some back there already harvested. Also wanted to show you guys something else you got to watch out for with these Asian greens. They have long roots, and they love to get into the return pipe. There, I'll try to show you. There you go. So I'm going to have to crawl underneath the channels and make sure I get all the roots out of there. So I also, in the back of the reservoir tank, I do have a net. So when the water returns into the reservoir tank, it catches any loose roots that get in there so it doesn't clog up my uptake valve. So this is what I'm doing this morning. So as you know, when I did my strawberries here, I only put 3 in a bucket. Well, when I ordered the strawberries, I ordered to put 5 in a bucket. So needless to say, I have quite a few strawberries plants left over. So I had bought these grow bags a couple years ago by accident. I didn't really know what I could use them for. I know a lot of people use them for tomato plants. Well, we had a great idea. We're going to fill these up with a mixture of perlite, vermiculite, and the Pro Mix. Drop it in here, seal up the bags, and Doug's going to mill a trough to put these in. And then we're going to put the bags down, poke holes in it, and plant the rest of my strawberry plants in here. But of course, before we plant the strawberry plants, Doug's going to take some of this drip tape and fish it through this so they can get watered along with all these other ones. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how well these do compared to the buckets. So if this system works out, I think the home gardener, this would be a really good idea for them to do, because you could do it outside, build a little trough system outside, keep it up off the ground, keep the rodents and everything else away from your strawberries, because nothing more frustrating than picking a strawberry with a bite out of it. So I think this is something that, like I said, the home gardener could do. So Kian's allowed here in the high tunnel with me. He likes to be with us. So, as you know, Doug has these hops in here. They've been grown in here for 2 years. I want them out of here because they block everything up. They block the wind movement, and a lot of pests get in there. But the only problem is that the tap roots have gone through our ground cover here. So we're going to have to try to pop these up, dig a ditch outside where he can get these trellised up, and make sure they're well watered. But he's got to get these out of here soon because they're driving me crazy. So this is the area, once these hops are gone, is where we're going to do the trough system for the strawberries. Perfect area, nice and big, enough air circulation around there, and enough room for me to harvest on both sides. So I had some extra bedding plants and flowers from the baskets we made, so I went ahead and got some more baskets and did these little guys up, and I think Doug's going to hang them up outside the high tunnel for me. So here's an update on my strawberry baskets. I top dressed some fertilizer on them, and they're doing marvelous for me. Really excited to be able to take these to the farmer's market and sell them.
So it's a pretty gloomy day today. I've got the sawmill all covered up. Want to try to keep it nice. And the plan for these strawberry troughs is I'm going to take another ash log, and I'm going to cut some planks probably about 8-10 inches wide, and then I'll make the stands just like I did with the other strawberry hanging baskets, and we'll make a trough system to set all those bags in. And like Katie said, we're going to put some holes in the top, plant the strawberries, pull a drip tape through it. It should hold the moisture in a little bit better. That's why I want to put it on its own timer so we can really monitor it and do kind of like a trial system with it. It should also help any kind of weeds or any of that kind of stuff. So I'm excited about doing this. We've got the extra strawberries, so we might as well. And it gives me a chance to run my sawmill some more, which is something I always enjoy doing. So I wanted to explain the Dosatron nutrient dosing system that we've installed here. As you know, before we used to run all of our nutrients through the 100-gallon stock tanks with a sump pump, and it was kind of hard to do. This system just works out so well. Again, we've got the 3 Dosatrons with the AB and pH. I've got it going up through a mixing pot, and then my filter and a gauge. Here's the probes for the monitor system, the Blue Lab Guardian. I've got pH and EC, and I put a little surge protector up here just to kind of protect this Guardian system here. And this is the timer. It's a Galcon. This runs on 9-volt batteries, and I could use a 110-volt timer, but we had this, and it works fine. These are all 12-volt valves up here. Right now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we just got the 1 going. If you notice here, I put a 15 psi check valve pressure regulator, because you don't want to run too much pressure through that drip tape or you'll blow it up. So this knocks it down, because right now we're just above 30 pounds, and I want to kick it down to at least 15. So I've got the timer coming on twice a day for 20 minutes. Seems to be about the right time, and we're not getting a lot of waste through the discharge of the strawberries. And pH is the EC is a little high right now. I'm still trying to dial in the pH and the EC, but I've got the pH right at 6.0, and I kind of wrote it here just so I can remember. And I need to get this EC down to 1.2. Remember too that we had our water analyzed, and Nate at Crop King worked up a strawberry nutrient recipe for us. So that's based on our water supply, and that's the way this works. Oh, one other thing. I put a bypass on here so we can kind of flush it with fresh water. I put a hose down here so I can run fresh water if Katie needs fresh water. And then I also put a valve up here so if Katie wants to use the hose and actually run nutrient water through the hose, we can do that too. So I think this other valve we're going to do here, number 2, we're going to use this to water the tomatoes and the peppers. And I'm thinking maybe number 3, I might run a line outside with some drip tape to water all the hanging baskets and flowers and stuff around the high tunnel. So it should be nice. I'll keep showing you this stuff as we go. But right now it's working, the timer's working, and everything's going really well. So we've got some more automation planned for the high tunnel. I ordered a couple motors, 24-volt motors, that I'll use to wind up and down the sides. Katie right now comes out every morning, has to wind down the sides, and then at night roll them back up. You know that we've got some heat issues. If the sun comes out and we're not home and the sides are open or not open, it could be a problem. So I ordered these 24-volt motors that are actually made to roll up the sides. I'm going to make my own thermostat for it with a 24-volt transformer, and I'm going to use it as a thermostat setting so that it'll go up and down the way I want it to. So that'll be in an upcoming video. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that.
Well, I hope you guys liked today's video. We always like showing you all the updates and the new things we're doing around here. So please leave me any questions, comments, or suggestions down below, and we'll see you guys next video.